Hi there, everybody. Ginny, Massie here, and today we are going to be talking about breath work and how to teach breath work in standing. And maybe this can be incorporated into your warm-up sequence, or if you have a standing sequence where you're teaching Pilates and you want to teach your clients how to find their breath in standing when they don't necessarily have the floor or a surface or a reformer carriage underneath their back to understand how to work with the Pilates breath. So we're going to use our hands as a tool first, and then I'm also going to show you a setup with the Thera Band that can also be used as a tool in standing. So first of all, teaching your clients how to inhale and exhale in standing. You can just have them breathe normally for a few repetitions so that way they can feel how their breath naturally moves within their body. And then teaching them the Pilates breath, meaning the posterior lateral breath, breathing into the back and sides of the body, can be done in standing with a couple of different techniques with our hands. So the first is to take your hands on your rib cage, as high up on your rib cage as you can, and then let the shoulders just relax. And then having clients breathe into their hands sideways first. Ask them to breathe in to the sides of their hands and out. And breathe in, try to push the hands out to the sides of the room. And exhale and feel the ribs naturally narrow towards the midline. And one more time, just watching me for visual. Inhale to the sides. And exhale. And they just naturally return. So having your clients just feel that alone is very powerful. Now, with the thumbs wrapped around the back of the body, you can now ask for clients to breathe into their hands, feeling them move sideways, and also breathe into the thumbs and see if the thumbs can move backwards. So hands back in place where thumbs are wrapped around the back. We'll inhale to the sides and the back. And then exhale and let it all return back to start. Again, side and back. And then return. So that's one way that you can use you can ask your clients to use their own hands to feel how their body can move. Now, they might not have that much rib expansion if they're still working on stretching those intercostal muscles between the ribs, but just giving them that tool of their hands helps their brain and body connect together in a faster way than just hands down at the side and breathe into your sides. Like, they might not feel it because we have so many nerve sensors in our hands that our hands communicate lightning fast to our brain that then tells our brain how our body is doing. So using your hands is a great tool. Here's one more way with just your hands. Sometimes it's more successful, sometimes it's less successful, and it really just depends on the client and how much they're able to tap into their sensations. So now, instead of hands being on the bottom of the ribs, we'll take the hands more on the top of the ribs. And that means all the way up here, just underneath the clavicle. So one hand is going to go on the front of the chest, and then the other hand is going to go on the back, kind of right at the base of the neck. I'll turn around so you can see. As low as you can take it, as low as you can take your hand without causing tension in the shoulder. So if there's tension in the shoulder, hold a little lower and just get as many fingers as close to the center of your spine as you can, okay? So as high as they can take it without causing shoulder tension. And now, ask them to breathe normally just a couple of times so they get a sense of where their breath normally goes. And then ask them to inhale and feel as if the breath is coming through the front of their body to the back of their body, trying to push their back hand to the wall behind them. So it would look like this. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe you can see me move. Maybe not. Let's see. Inhale. Exhale. It's very small because remember, these are your smaller ribs right up here at the top of the rib cage, right? So they're going to have a little less range of motion. It's a very tight part of the body, typically for good reason. However, the more you can send your breath into the upper thoracic area and teach your clients how to breathe in the lower ribs, lower thoracic area, they may just get more mobility throughout their whole thoracic spine in their posterior lateral breath. So that is one and two ways to use your hands for teaching the Pilates breath in standing. Now let's grab that Thera Band and I'll show you another way, which is also a really cool tool for sensory awareness in teaching the body how the breath moves. So you're going to grab a Thera Band or any stretchy band. I do not recommend the Thera ropes or loops that are kind of circular and tight. That is sensory-wise on the body, really uncomfortable. So what I like about the Thera Band is it's nice and flat. We have a nice flat surface here. And so you want to take your band, and for this band, at least 5 feet of band is really good. If you have up to an 8-foot band, that might be a little bit better, more comfortable, depending on the person's circumference size. So that's what we're going to be working with. Find the center of your band. So I just folded mine in half. Mine's really long here, so I just folded it in half, found the center. Take the center, place it on the back of the body, as flat as you can get it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Bring it around the front, cross it right underneath your chest, and let your elbows rest at your side, okay? Now from here, let's have you just hold the band and inhale to the sides and the back of the band. And then exhale, and as you exhale, just lightly narrow the band and teach the brain how the ribs naturally narrow on an exhale. And then you can loosen a little as you inhale to the sides and the back. And then exhale, lightly narrow the band. So this would be a tool to use if clients can't feel the breath work with just their hands on the ribs. Use the Thera Band as a 360-degree circumference tool to teach your clients that that's how the ribs move. It's not that we don't move the front, it's that we send more energy into the sides and back. So I hope that was a very helpful tutorial for you in how to teach breath work in standing for your warm-up or for any part of your standing sequences for your clients. And this can be used in mat class, reformer class, any type of class, including mixed apparatus, just as a way to give more information to your clients so they can start to learn those body sensations for themselves. If you enjoyed this sequence, be sure and hit that like and subscribe button. Then check out my on-demand library of Pilates classes linked below. See you next time.